What's happening, YouTube? Sorry, for some reason, every time I press play, I gotta look for the damn phone and tell you fools what time it is. A little after 6 a.m. Boy, did I sleep like a baby. I don't think I slept that good in so long. The thing, the thing is, when I got somebody in the house, you know how sound you sleep when you know there's somebody watching over you? That's such a good feeling. Oh man, I slept so deeply. Still can't fucking breathe, but at least I could sleep. The universe, man. You can't make this stuff up. So, as I'm getting my morning going, my boys are sleeping. Because we do shifts. Anyway. I was watching YouTube this morning, and I'm gonna link the video below. It's a gentleman, Soft White Underbelly, perhaps you know him. He's got over 1 million something subscribers. He does all these interviews, homeless people, prostitutes, pimps, gangsters, you name it, the guy with his face shot off. Anyway. He dropped one this morning, and it's a pimp. And I got a real problem with a fucking pimp. You gonna make your money off a girl's back? Anyway. But when I saw the fucking thumbnail for that video, it was Old Man Willie. Instantly, I was that little boy. Fuck, man. So I watched about that fucking much of it, right? And then he started running his fucking mouth about how it's in you to do this, to be a fucking pimp. You gotta be born into the game, homie. Right there with Snoop Dogg. I love your music, Snoop. But that's about as far as that goes. And I know you don't care for white folk much either. You front with Ellen, homie. But I've heard your fucking mouth. See, I'll call out a hater no matter the color, motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't scared. The only time you ain't a hater is when you're making money. Anyway, back to the fucking pimp. Something Snoop seems to like. I've seen you at the fucking spot with your cane in your cup, Holmes. Anyway. This video, Soft White Underbelly, triggered that memory of Old Man Willie downstairs, right? Willie drove a Cadillac like homie in this video. Willie wore a suit like homie in this video. A hat, the whole bit, the whole nine, right? It's Willie, motherfucker. I gotta be quiet. My boys are sleeping. Park manager, park owner, you're fucking Willie, homie, to me. You understand? That's how I feel right now. I'm on point. Spider senses are through the roof. I'm not staying in my house no more. I'm gonna start taking little walks around the neighborhood with my body cam and my respirator. Say hello to my neighbors. It's kind of sad. My efforts really didn't generate much excitement in the hood. I thought more than the handful that got at me, it'd have been well into double digits by now, but it's crickets for the most part. There's a couple, but Tall Pines, I guess you're on your own, homie. I'm gonna get mine and I'm gonna go, right? You fools don't want to organize. I'm gonna try, probably gonna take my boys tell me don't stay in the fucking spot. Don't get out and about. So we'll see, maybe not. You know, the video, I don't really see, anyway, I don't, it doesn't fucking matter, because this ain't about the Tall Pine residents. It's about Misfit Island and my little pit bulls, is what this is all about. My little Kimba and mine, and the others just like them, right? But I did pick up the torch for the poor folk in here, and I'm gonna follow through on that. I'm gonna find out who this motherfucker is, and if he deserves to go under the bus. That bus is gonna drive over, back up, drive over, back up, drive over, back up 3 times before I'm done. Rest assured. And after yesterday's nonsense, I can't imagine what the little troll and the chubby wife are thinking right about now. Ooh, I got some choice fucking one-liners for homie and his old lady. Oh my goodness. Some real brood, shit-talking, old-school playground styly. Your mama wears combat boots, homie. Story time. You guys want a good story? I've told this before, and I forgot to tell it in that other video. I started to mention it, and I never fucking told the story. I felt terrible when I watched that video. So here, in my little shit neighborhood where I lived upstairs from old man Willie, right? The old black man that raped my mom, right? I lived above him for a time. Anyway, so old man Willie downstairs, my little ass upstairs, right? You, how do I put this? You kind of learn to live in, man, I don't know, a state of constant on guard, motherfucker, right? And, sorry, man, my blood pressure's kind of up. Fucking memory lanes really got me torched right at this second. And I'm just kind of seeing red. I need to organize some thoughts right quick. Story time. I forgot what the fucking story was again, damn it. Oh, living in that shit neighborhood, right? Didn't understand rules of engagement, didn't understand being picked on, didn't understand shit talking, capping. That's where this was all going, right? Then I got distracted by old man Willie and the pimp story, but irregardless, it's all part of the same fucking hood. While I live in this apartment above Willie with moms, I go to this little school, Washington School. They tore that motherfucker down, put in an old folks home there now on Woodside Road in Redwood. So I live right next door to this school, and we used to play in that fucking schoolyard all the time, right? Whether we were at school or after school or on the weekend, that was our fucking spot, right? Anyway, during school one day, basketball game, all the kids are playing hoops, right? The thing was, back in the day, your mama wears combat boots. Most of you motherfuckers have never heard that phrase, I'm sure. But when I was a kid, that was the way kids would tease each other, was talk shit about somebody's mother. Me, living upstairs from old man Willie, right? The man that raped my mom, living in that apartment, I was very sensitive about mom, right? Very protective of mom. I wanted to kill Willie, right? With a knife. Always have a knife with me. Anyway, Old man Willie, God, I gotta get that out of my head. Anyway, living in that apartment, all that bullshit, that lifestyle, I'm at this fucking basketball court playing hoops, right? Move this fucking knife. This kid says to me on the basketball court, your mama wears combat boots. He popped that line off at me, right? Just teasing. I never heard that before. Like you probably never heard that before. Well, as a little sensitive kid, living upstairs from Willie, heard that the first fucking time, I slapped that kid. I had a thing about slapping people. I thought if I didn't punch them, I wouldn't kill them, right? If I just slap them, they'll be okay, but I could hurt them without killing them. I always thought I'd kill somebody if I hit them too hard when I was a little kid, right? The shit that goes through your head. So I had this thing about slapping people. It was more about disrespect than it was about pain. So I slapped this kid in the face as hard as I could, and he flipped out. What the fuck? Everybody's freaking out like, oh fuck, he's gonna start a fight. I was a new kid at school, right? I just moved to this little shit neighborhood from White Breadsville, right? In a foster home. Got moved back home with mom. But I was in this little fucking pussy neighborhood in San Mateo Village, right? It was fucking white bread Pussyville, right? So when I went to Redwood, it wasn't Pussyville no more. Not this hood. Anyway, so I slapped this motherfucker as hard as I could. And I screamed at him, don't you fucking talk about my mom, bitch, ba, 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 right? Fuck you. You don't say shit about my mom. Dude, I was just joking. I didn't mean, and he quickly apologized, and everybody's like, dude, relax. Everybody says that. He didn't really mean it. Then I felt terrible, and I was like, man, dude, I'm sorry. This dude's name was Mike Areola. He lived right next door to me, man. We were neighbors, right? And then later we became really good friends, right? But I was a sensitive kid. Right? Given that situation, you don't talk shit about mom, right? So, park owner, story time, homie. Pimps up, hoes down, dog. Old man Willie. Johnny got lots of stories that are true, dog. I bet you ain't got one. I bet you ain't got one motherfucking story. Well, guess what you do now? Because all my stories are yours. Because our lives are tied, right? You fell into my fucking lap, so now you're part of the Willie story, homie. You're a pimp. Trauma. Lots of trauma in my life, homie. You came to my front door and said my mother wears combat boots, dude. How's your cheek feel? We're just getting started. Do you understand? Just the bad press alone when this gets out. I'm not the only one in here you think you're squeezing, because see, you can't squeeze me, motherfucker. I won't be squeezed. Not by you, not by anybody, ever. I give nobody no cause to squeeze me, but yet you tried. Therefore, you're old man Willie now, you understand me? My childhood rage is directed at you, sir. You and you alone. Your employees are nothing more than collateral damage. I'm gonna piss in their ear until they cry or leave, because I can, because I'm an angry little kid on a playground, and you people said my mama wears combat boots. And I'm traumatized from old man Willie. You see the story, motherfucker? Do you understand? Pimp. You're just like that guy on Soft White Underbelly. I'm gonna link that video below, pimp. right? You're a pimp. The guy behind me, his wife, they're your prostitutes, Holmes. These are analogies. This is my opinion, pussy. How much have you spent on fucking with me already? I know you're dropping dimes. Those phone calls get expensive talking to them fucking lawyers. And you're screaming at them, what do we do? And they're like, there's nothing you can do. Pay that man. Swallow your fucking pride and pay that man. How much you want to bet that's what your lawyer told you? Pussy. Little troll in the backyard. I haven't even started with the insults to the wifey yet. I got a good one about flour. Not the flour in the yard, but white, flour that you bake with. There's a good joke that goes with flour. And I can't wait to say that to her face. Something about rolling around in flour. And then you got to look for something or something, right? There's somebody out there laughing. I know Eric knows that joke. Well, when I tell that to her face, I'm not going to say it here because I don't want to offend anybody because it's pretty bad. Oh, and by the way, little side note for anyone that wants to know. My mom, and I got photos, my mom was extremely heavy-set lady. Real big lady. Big. We're talking 300-pound lady at 5'3" or 4" maybe. Mom was huge. I used to be very self-conscious walking with her in public, right? Embarrassed of my own mother for being big, right? I still carry that shame. I loved her, I didn't care, but inside me, she never saw it, but inside me, I would feel that, right? So my heart goes out to heavy-set people. It does. I don't want anybody to think I'm an asshole like that, because I'm not. I am very sensitive to the heavy-set. I am. A lot of reasons people are heavy. My mom was on tranquilizers, you understand? Thorazine, lithium, that kind of shit. So, if I tease somebody about their weight, I've earned it. Whether it's right or wrong is irrelevant. But I paid my dues on that front. I got lots of stories, man. Too fucking many. Park owner, too fucking many. Talk to your fucking bean counter, homie. You better do it quick, because like I said, once I hire my agent to sell this house and I leave, it's full throttle for your jugular, dog. I'm going non-stop for the attorneys, and I'm telling them push for as many years as they want to drain you of every dollar you own. And if you start hiding assets, please. Anyway, you can't treat people like this, motherfucker. Willie. Story time. You're part of my story now, Keith. Wonder how your son feels right now, Keith. He's part of my story now, too, Keith. He was at my front door with you, Daddy. You brought your son into this mess. Do you feel proud of yourself, pimp? My opinions, right? You pimp out that guy behind me to hassle people, scare people off. It's all right, dog. I've dealt with bullies my whole fucking life. And I'm not here alone anymore. So I got this empowerment to get out of the crib. Come say hello, up close and personal with my respirator on. Are you ready, Keith? Is the troll ready for me to come on his front door? You knocked on my front door. Troll, how about I go knock on your front door? Ask wifey if she's got any flour so I could bake a cake. I need to roll some stuff in some flour and look for the wet spot while I do my baking. So maybe I'll come see if you got some flour. I hear you go through it quite quickly. Such an asshole. Let the fun begin. Peace.